Amazon just warned its employees that there are going to be layoffs, mass layoffs across the board because AI will be replacing their jobs very, very soon. And you know what? I have mixed feelings about this. On one end, I'm very, proud of Amazon before for preparing this statement before they just massively just lay off. But on the other end, why is AI just the new thing now? Why is it just taking over? And companies are putting their profit margins above all else. And you know what? Honestly, I kind of get it. If I was a business owner, I would try to find any kind of way to make as much profit as I can. However, on the other side is where's the humanity? When is government regulations going to take over and end this whole thing? Because there are mass layoffs across the board. But hey, Amazon just released this statement and they just released their entire conference online now. And this post is by the Wrap, but I skimmed through it already. We can go through it together. So Amazon said it should change the way our work is done. Now, listen, the CEO just came out, and this was in their conference. They basically just came out transparent. Shout out to them. We will need fewer people doing some of the jobs that are being done today, and more people doing other types of jobs. Now that's basically saying to me is that we don't need y'all, all these people. So your junior engineers, your junior software developers, your junior project managers, all these people who are doing these minimal roles where they're only coding or they only doing like the most basic type of work that AI can be replaced. They're gonna get rid of you. That's just what it is as a whole. They're trying to save money. They're trying to do it the most efficient way possible. But let's dig in a little bit deeper. They says the potential layoffs could impact many Amazon's workforce, which consists of about 1 million full-time employees globally. That is crazy. Now, Jazzy from mentioned that Amazon now has over 1,000 generative AI services and applications in progress. Over 1,000. Now, let me tell you this. Let me put that at 1,000 into perspective. I'm not saying 1,000 is going to take over a million jobs, but what I will say is 1,000 generative AI services can take over at least 10% of that, 1,000 of those, at least 10%, maybe even a quarter of that 1 million number I just named out, guys. Now, this is a big number. This is a lot of employees. Now, I'm not going to say they're going to mass lay off over a quarter of that and go down to like a million flat. I'm not going to say that. But by what they're saying right here, just prepare yourself right now. Honestly, that is where they at right now. While nothing at Amazon has already shifted into AI leaning model, highlighting the rollout of Alexa Plus, be curious about AI. So Amazon just warned their employees right now. This is their warning. They're saying, hey, if you don't learn AI right now, you're going to be left behind. You are. That's the reality of the situation. If you don't learn it, you're going to be left because they're shifting to a model right now to where they only want people who can manage these AI models. They don't want anybody who's going to be out here just, oh, you're only going to just do the work. No, I want managers. I want innovators. I want people who are going to develop a skill and grow upon that. They want to build and continue innovating. Guys, they're making robots who can do the work at a factory right now. There's a robot right now. There's AI robot right now that can go to the factory, stock its shelf, put it up, send it back to the back. Work is done. Where we come as a world. Right now, we need regulation because if not, companies are going to do this over and over and over again. Now, listen, this is somebody who just got laid off as well. She's been laid off for a long time. This video is going to blow your mind. Check this out.
Okay, so my problem with the job market right now, aside from like the lies and the scams and like the overall like icky feeling we all get when we have to like put ourselves on display like we're a show pony, right? Is the fact that candidates are being asked to consider what is the lowest they would value themselves, especially people who are unemployed, especially people who are like desperately looking for work. We're now having conversations with ourselves looking in the mirror of like, what is the absolute lowest dollar amount I would value myself, my time, my skills, my worth?
And that's because they want to save as much money as possible. Guys, companies don't want to pay you the most money. Here are two things that companies do not want to do. They don't care because this is destroying their P&L statements. They don't want you to work remote. Okay. Those days are long gone now. That was the pandemic times. That was something that companies were like, oh, we can't be in office, so we're going to make you remote. They don't want you to work remote and they don't want to pay you a massive salary. That is what it is. However, I'm going to tell you right now, listen, shout out to the creator. I'm not trying to beat up on her, but what I will say is companies the more money you make, and I'm gonna say this, the more money you make, and of course it's all relative, right? So if she's a, a finance accounting or something like that, and the average salary is like 70,000, of course, don't take a $50,000 offer. But what I will say is, if you're accounting, right, and your average salary for your field is $80,000, dude, I mean, by all means, take the money. Take the money, $100,000 if they pay you $110,000. Take the money. However, understand that there are always going to be certain stipulations behind that of why they offer you so much more money. There always is. There's more pressure. There's more pressure to be successful. There's more pressure to improve, and there's more pressure to make a lasting impact on your team and the work that you're doing. That's the understanding. So, there are, but what she's saying is very valid. Companies are lowballing people. Don't take the offer. That's what it is. And it's so sad because the job market is so bad right now, but that's the reality. Now, it depends. She's unemployed. I mean, at a certain point, you got to just say, all right, look, I got to take it because, I need a job. However, and continue looking in the background. Don't just accept it and just move on. Like, continue, accept the role and keep moving, keep searching because it's not going to get any better anytime soon right now. Honestly, it's not. That's the truth.
Because that's how people are approaching this. Like, they're not able to get opportunities in a field at a fair rate or even close to what they were making prior to their layoff or maybe pre-COVID, whatever their situation looks like right now. So they're being backed into a corner and forced to look at themselves and go, what is my lowest value? And that's how, like, we're normalizing this conversation, not what can I offer, what can I do? It's like I'm looking at a description and I'm looking at the price and going, do I think I'm worth more than the dollar amount on this role? Would I go that low?
Got it. So I completely mixed it all up. But yeah, she's right. Now, some people are doing that. They're looking at the lowest amount they can make because the upper roles are requiring you to have 20, 30, 40 years of experience when the entry level roles are still requiring you to have 10 years of experience, 20 years of experience. So yeah, I get it. I completely understand because that puts everything more into perspective. Now, should you be able to know this? No, you shouldn't have to do this. This is where we're at as the job market right now. And even as you look further into like where we're headed with AI right now, this is only the beginning.
Want to know what it's like living in fucking Kansas where the minimum wage is still fucking $7.25 an hour? Okay, I am lucky enough to be working for a company that pays me a little bit above minimum wage, but we have had 11 people turn us down because we are desperately in need of help, and they have all turned us down because of how low we want to pay them. Not me, how low the fucking owner wants to pay them. They have offered people with college degrees $9 an hour. $9 an hour. No health care, no benefits, no nothing. And when we asked the owner about this, saying like, hey, we need quality people in order to do quality work, like, we need help, and she's like, okay, well, let's do like $9.25. Are you shitting me? Like, oh my fucking god. And then, like, of course, I'm at $13 an hour, which is not a lot at all, especially when I was making double that in March at a different job. And I have a degree. I have 2 degrees. And, like, we can't find help. We can't get help. And the only help that we do get are, like, teenagers. And then even then, they could make $16 an hour at freaking McDonald's. Who would want to work for $9 an hour when you could do like the same shit, but in a different, like,
What is happening? $9 an hour, and she said she had 2 college degrees. Like, what? Where have we come right now? Like, what? Come on, guys. Like, talk to me right now. $9 an hour. Imagine working, and as a matter of fact, imagine working all these years. That's 4 years plus just to get 2 college degrees, and now you only making $9 an hour. You got all this debt. This is where we are right now. The value of a bachelor's degree is not the value that it had before. Now, I don't know where her college degree was at. Maybe it was something that wasn't as valuable as where you need to be right now. But at the same time, paying $9 an hour and going to school for 4 years, plus she has 2 degrees. I don't know what they are in. I don't know what field she is. We need a little bit more perspective, but shout out to her as a creative, man. I mean, at the same time, it's just, It's the job market, man. Paying $9 an hour for, you know what? I'm not even gonna beat up on it because at the end of the day, companies have P&L statements. There's a reason why they're paying $9 an hour. There's a reason why she's only making $13 an hour. There is a reason for everything. We just need more context. But you guys let me know what you think about this in the comment section below. Make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button as well. I will see you next video. We out. Let's go.